our treasure.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, and hope you had a very Merry Christmas.
We do hope you had a great one.
Yes.
Hope you had a lot of fun.
Exactly. So today, with the new year coming around, the next time we'll be up is after the new year, 2019.
I can't believe that.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
It's gonna be 2019, people.
Exactly.
2019.
I know. So, with 2018
going to a
close, we thought we'd share some fun facts about New Year's, just over the years. So I guess we can start with the first one. Alright, so actually New Year's is the oldest holiday. It was first observed in ancient Babylonia as many as 4,000 years ago.
Pretty old holiday.
It is pretty old. Now, I don't think it was exactly official then, but that's when they started to recognize it then, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, so number 2 is Ethiopia has 13 months instead of 12, and they celebrate New Year's on September 11th.
Look at that.
So,
very different.
I don't know how they work that out, but somehow it does.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So in Korea and other Asian countries, when you are born, you are considered 1 year old, not 1 day old. So that's a little different. And so everyone's age increases 1 year on New Year's. So if you're born on December 29th on New Year's Day, you will be considered 2 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
So really, they're all younger than they think they are.
Yeah.
And you really don't want to be born on, like, December then.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd probably want to be born in January, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. All right. Russians celebrate the New Year twice. Once on January 1st and then again on the 14th.
Look at that.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. So instead of lowering a giant ball of lights on New Year's Eve, Brasstown, North Carolina lowers, get this, a possum. A possum. So it's just there, and it's known as the possum drop. No, they're probably lowering it, you know, like the ball, except a possum.
Why a possum?
Who knows? Maybe they like possums there. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Possum drop. Okay, well, that would be an adventure.
Yeah.
Okay, the first New Year's ball was made in 1907. So you remember that, right?
I was there. Yeah, I remember it being made.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And 7 versions of the ball have been designed to signal the new year. So 7 different ones since the first one.
So actually, the first one was made with wood and metal, and then in I'm not sure all the different ones, but in 1950 they'd made one in 1920, but in 1950 they made it with aluminum that was much lighter. But they've since made newer ones after 1950. So the tradition of the ball drop has continued in Times Square, except for 1942 and 1943, because the ball was not lowered because of wartime restrictions. So they couldn't do it then.
That would have been sad on those years. But you know what? They kept it going.
Exactly.
After those 2 years, we kept it going. That's good. In Italy, people wear red underwear on New Year's Day to bring good luck all year long.
I'm not sure why, but they like to do it there.
You know, that's okay. That's great.
Except, not sure how anybody would know. I mean, it's underwear, so I guess you just know yourself.
You just be very proud of yourself. You know?
Okay, so now there are many different colors that people say are worn on New Year's. I mean, you can do any color, and they all have different meanings, but the most common is gold and silver. And the meaning, going back to Christmas. There we go.
I don't know.
Okay, so the meaning behind the colors are prosperity and good fortune because the color represents money, which actually makes sense because gold and silver.
It does.
Yeah,
it does make sense.
But they're different colors. I feel like because there are just so many different colors, like I've always seen dark, like purple with it too. You know.
I don't know, because then there's like blue and I don't know. I would say silver definitely.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other ones.
There are. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of choices. Julius Caesar, the Emperor of Rome, was the first to declare January 1st a national holiday.
Yeah. Now, he must have been really smart, like, to think up a calendar. Like, that's a pretty big thing, you know? To make all the minutes and the months and the days and everything. That would have taken a while.
I know it took a while to figure out, like, how long a year actually was. Like, that was a process.
It was.
That out, you know, because if you don't know, you
Exactly.
had to, like, watch the sun and the stars.
Yeah, because, like, for years, you know, like, Indians and
flat.
such. Yeah. But, like, Indians and other people back then would just, like, watch the sun, you know? The sun.
And the stars.
Yeah, the stars. So that would...
So, I don't know how they came to decide on the 12 months, but they did. So
it worked out. Yeah.
Now we have calendars with kittens on them, and they're very cute.
Exactly. So Scotland adopted January 1st as their New Year's Day in 1602, but England didn't follow that until 150 years later.
Wow, behind the
why.
times, England. Gosh.
Yeah, until then, England's New Year's Day was March 25th, but I don't know why. They just decided not to.
Probably that whole thing again about figuring out what a year was. They're like, they're wrong.
Yeah.
It's in March.
Exactly.
Okay. So Estonians have a tradition of eating as many as 12 meals on New Year's Eve. According to this tradition, eating all that food will give them the strength they need to get through the rest of the year. Way to go, Estonians. You know what? Eating 12 meals, that is an accomplishment.
Now, I'm thinking... they're not all full meals, you know? Like little snack meals. Like
I don't know, because it doesn't say courses here.
I guess.
You wrote down here. It says meals.
I guess
so,
they're like
you know
the
what?
hobbits.
I think, Estonians are hobbits. That's probably the answer to all this.
Who knows? But yeah, that's a lot of food to eat. I don't think I could do that, honestly.
Yeah. Unless you ate, like, I don't know, one piece of each meal. But that's a lot of food to make.
That is a lot of food.
I don't know.
So, in order to realign the Roman calendar with the sun, Julius Caesar had to add 90 extra days to the year 46 BC when he introduced his new calendar, Julian calendar.
Again,
that's
took a while to figure out.
Exactly, he had to like realign things to make sure it all went together. You know.
Yeah. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
And how about this? Around 1 million people attend the Times Square's ball drop each year. That's crazy.
That is a lot of people.
They all go there to watch a ball drop. Like, and then what are you going to do? Like,
and honestly...
stood there all day.
Yeah, don't they go in, like, the beginning of the day to
if
get
you
a good spot? Yeah.
I bet they go, like, 2 days before and they camp out.
That's...
I wonder what the... I don't know.
That's
I think
a lot of people.
I watch it on TV, and that's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't personally like it. Maybe you do. But standing in the cold all day with a bunch of people...
More than a day, probably.
Yeah, more than a day.
To get a good spot.
Just, like, squished with people is just, like, too
cold,
much.
Too. Like, I could see if it was, like, spring, but it's cold. It's winter.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's pretty cold. Okay, so the last one is the ball that goes over Times Square has 2,688 crystals all over the ball. That is a lot of crystals.
How about that?
That is a lot. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed these little facts. I know there's a lot more you could go look up and tell us things you like to do on New Year's.
Because we each do our own things.
Exactly.
You know, like we have the pretzel. A lot of people do that on New Year's. What else do we do?
We
watch
do
the ball drop.
Yeah, we do on the TV. 10, 9, 8. Yeah.
Countdown, and then make a lot of noise. We have many.
We actually don't do that as much anymore. We did when we were kids,
Oh,
hit
the
pots.
You're still...
Well, I guess. Well, when I was like, little. Just as a group, we don't do it as much anymore.
No, when we were younger, it would get pretty crazy. We had some neighbors. And
not crazy in a bad way, but just crazy loud.
We had to get, a separate set of pots and pans and spoons because it would get dented and cracked, and so my mom was like,
because we would just go out on the street and just bang the pots. Actually, our one friend one time, he hit his pot so hard that he broke a wooden spoon in half, and the pot was like.
That's what I mean.
That.
They were morphed into something else. So
I always tried to dent mine, never quite got it there. I can never do it.
You were a lot younger, so your strength and your arm was probably not there.
Yeah. But hey, it's one day you're allowed to bang pots and pans.
Yes.
So we did it.
Yes. So that's a weird tradition.
It is. I don't know if you guys do that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And now it is time for the Taylor Treasure Box. Alright. Last time this box will be in 2018.
Oh boy.
And everybody and everything else.
2018. We're closing out your boxes treasure-ness.
Well, we're not ending, but you know.
Well, of 2018, yeah. Alright.
Alrighty.
So
Alright, I have a would you rather. Would you rather be a panda or a gorilla? I think I'd rather be a panda.
Panda?
Because
pandas can be mean, can't they?
I feel like gorillas, though, are more so aggressive.
No, gorillas are nice.
Have you ever met a gorilla?
No, there's like so many gorillas that are nice.
I don't think they're either.
I've never heard of a mean gorilla. I'm just gonna say that.
Well, yeah. I mean, they both can be aggressive, but they're animals, so. But I don't know. I feel like being a panda is just a little more peaceful than a gorilla.
How is a panda more peaceful than a gorilla?
I don't know.
They both just eat all
I've
the time.
always wanted to hug a panda. They're just so soft and squishy, so cute.
And then he'd probably eat you.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I have to quote a scene from The Emperor's New Groove. I haven't seen that movie in like
Ooh, you should do
years.
Kronk.
Yeah, I know. Kronk has a lot of funny lines. Alright, so I thought of one when the two characters are like in the middle of, I don't know, they're like falling. They're falling from somewhere.
Yeah.
And the one can see down below and the one can't. And he goes, uh-oh. And the one goes, don't tell me. We're about to go over a waterfall. He goes, yep. And then he goes, are there sharp rocks at the bottom? Most likely. And the other guy goes, bring it on.
Yeah. There's also Kronk, where he likes to cook dinner. And they're like, what's that smell? He's like, oh, my spinach puffs. And he goes and gets them.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be a bodyguard. He's funny.
Yeah, there's the Emperor's New Groove, and then there's Kronk's New Groove, which isn't very good compared to the other one.
I thought the first one was better.
Yeah. But yeah, again, hope you enjoyed this episode. Give us a like and a comment. Make sure to subscribe and press the bell so you get all of our videos in your notifications box. And hope you have a wonderful new year.
We'll see you in 2019.
I know, we'll see you next year. Look at that. We'll see you then. Hope you had a great Christmas. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode. If you'd like to subscribe down here, you can subscribe. Make sure to do that. Make sure to watch a random video up here, or you can watch, a random video down here, and you can watch a previous episode up here. And we'll see you next year. Bye.